What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. My name is Splattercat, and as you can see, we're right in this room. So basically what I had noticed is that when you push this button last over here, it raises this up. I could hear it out of my right ear when I was sitting right here. And so I thought, okay, what if I come back over here and I push this button? Because obviously there's got to be some reason this thing pops this thing up. And so here it is. We got this little alcove over here. So I fiddled with it. It took me a while. It probably took me a good 45 minutes to figure out just the proper button presses. I mean, I'm not very agile, and so making it this entire way, believe me, I fell down a lot of pits. It was quite uncomfortable, but there's ring mail. Okay. Protection +6 is better than what he's got. I mean, might as well. And the Sword of Nex. What is the Sword of Nex? 24 attack power? Holy balls. Okay, let's go with that then. I'll probably end up, what does she have? The scale, the sandmole hide vest. She already has, okay, so let's go ahead and we're going to ditch the sandmole hide vest over here. She can equip that, and then we'll ditch the sandmole. Actually, we'll put it back next to the stairs. I've got like a central repository for all of my gear in front of the stairs to the previous level. That's been my sort of, my plan for keeping things hidden. No, I'm sorry, not keeping things hidden, but keeping things available. I don't know what to do with that Fighters Guild door. It doesn't seem to have any button. I fiddled around with it in between episodes, but I don't really know what to do with it. I mean, I don't want to leave it behind, but it seems like there's something maybe on a... I don't know. I just don't know what to do with it, to be honest. And we can go back and look at it a little bit longer, but I don't think that's really going to help. I know that I'm walking around with a bunch of flasks right now. Let me go ahead and make myself some more healing potions, because I have so many healing potions not made at the moment. Like, I'm sitting around with a bunch of empty flasks, and I have like 1,000,000 tar beads, so I might as well do this. We don't really use them that often. And so with my frontline guys, let's go ahead and have each of them sit on top of, 2 potions maybe. What was that one again? An anti-venom? Okay, an anti-venom and an antidote, just in case. I don't know why I'm carrying around the Crown of Kings. It doesn't appear to do anything. So, like, why bother? You know what I mean? But I don't know. What the hell do I know about anything in this game? I'm constantly screwing up everything, so we'll figure it out. Eventually. Maybe a little bit too late. Something's on my right. Which indicates to me something is wrong. Oh, it's a snail. What's up, snail? Woo! One-shotted. He was done with that snail's shenanigans. He like, you know what? Out of my way, snail. This dungeon is not being kind to me, and I'm frustrated, and I don't know where to go, and I don't know what to do, and I just want to quit. Did I end up even picking up the key? Oh, damn it. I knew I forgot. Alright. Alright. In all the fun and festivities, it appears as though, in case you're wondering what I'm grunting and groaning about, it appears as though I forgot to pick up the 4th key. So we need to go back to... There we go. We'll get rid of that guy right there. We need to go back into here. And I've got to test my skills one final time. And I bet there's going to be like 500 fire guys in here. Watch. They're going to respawn. Because that's what they do, because the game likes to give me endless supplies of XP, I suppose. And so we'll try and bait these guys back down the corridor again. Hopefully not messing with any of our ranged weapons, because it means I gotta fall down the... I've come to call them the pits of sadness again. Come on. Come on. There we go. There's one more in here that I gotta deal with. And I don't like running around. I don't like seeking the damage. And secondly, I don't like falling down pits. And so that's why I just insist upon fighting them right here. Oh, did we get him? No, we didn't get him. Before this situation escalates and gets any worse. There we go. How's Randolph doing on XP? He's gotta be getting around there somewhere, right? He gets an extra 125 for each of those that I butcher. Which at this point, I think we could quantify it as butchery. It has to be something close to butchery anyways at this point. Let's go ahead and rest this off. And luckily, I've memorized this combination now. Oh, never mind. Wait, what? Maybe I pulled... I may not even need to do the combination. Hold on. Let me go back. Oh, almost fell down a hole again. Damn it. I hate this floor so much. Yeah. Oh, look, a fiery guy. Ah! Not if I can escape first, though. That's right. Throw your fireball at me. I'm used to it. And now you've been ducked again. Deal my ridiculous 7 damage to you. Gotta say, I am liking the Sword of Nex. This thing's pretty badass. Alright, so we got that done. She needs to eat up, so we'll feed her a beetle. There is something nice that you should know about on this level. So if you wanted to, you can go back to the Snail Room, which is right here, and you can just farm snails. Like, let's say that you're out of food. You can totally just resupply yourself killing snails over and over and over again. They do respawn, which is something that I am going to need to do because after dicking around so much on this level, I'm actually fundamentally just out of edibles. And so in the interest of making my life a little bit easier, I'm thinking that maybe... Come on, die. There we go. I'm thinking that it might be a good plan to sit over here and kill some snails for a little while. So let's go over here and we're going to kill snails for a couple minutes. They should be, I think over here is the snail room maybe? Yeah, here's the snail room. And this should be fairly simple. But what I'm just going to do is sit on top of them. We need to get ourselves some extra... Oh, they stopped dropping snail meat. Oh. That's sort of an unfortunate predicament for me. It would seem as though our vacation... There's one. Okay, so we got one right there. How long does it take them to respawn? I wonder. Let's find out. Some of them gave me snail meat and some of them didn't, so I'm a little bit interested in how this whole mechanic works, but I do need to farm some like some snail meat right here. Nothing, I mean, after a couple days down in the dungeon, nothing sounds better than snail meat. I realize initially that doesn't sound amazingly appetizing, but... Oh, well. No, never mind, we got plenty of food. I was looking at the wrong person. So she's got a sack full of food for some reason. Sack full of FUD. Got the baked maggot over there. Alright, so the question now becomes like, do we waste our time going back trying to figure out what to do with the fighter's door, or do we just like bail out on this level? Because we've been here for a really, like almost insanely long amount of time. First things first, let's go to the iron door because that was ultimately the treasure that we were trying to work towards right now. That was the only reason I stayed on this level for so long, is because I really, really wanted what was behind that iron door. Click you, even though that's got me into trouble in the past with my recent history and deleting my own saves on accident, overwriting things. I'm now very nervous about touching anything. There we go. Oh, nope, the scroll doesn't unlock the door. And our final insertion goes through. What is this? Chitin mail. Oh, cool. The chitin mail, as I recall, was pretty damn good. It's like the plate mail for... Yeah. By my recollection, this is like plate mail for roguey characters. Which means I can finally hand off the leather brigandine to her. Which means that I can ditch that final sand mole vest. I don't know if that was worth the effort. I'm not really sure if that was a great way to spend my time, especially considering the majority of this playthrough has been on camera. But... do we go to the Fighters Guild thing again? I wish that this was a Twitch stream right now so that I could just call a vote. I think that I will... Let's go back one more time. Just to say that I looked one final time, that I didn't give up too early. Maybe something we did with all those switches in that other room or something unlocked this. There's no way to tell until I go and look. So I think that I shall. Given that it's going to be like a hard mode quest or something, the Fighters Guild, let's push that right there. There we go. Why would it... I guess one of those switches we pushed must have did something. Nope. Oh. What in the hell? Oh, no. And that's a fizzle. Let me see if I can clear a direction right here. That's all that I really, really care about at the moment. Oh my god, they're everywhere. Okay, so we may have to... Let me open this up. And if we survive with just a couple people remaining, I won't really care. Although, all of these timely misses. Oh my god. Okay, so... Alright. So we're clear right there, kind of. Let's block this off so we're only getting hit from 2 directions. And, oh, there's actually, like, stacks of them over here. Okay. Let's drink those. I think we should be able to survive this. I mean, I don't know. It could sort of go badly for me. We're almost out of energy, which is bad. I don't like these things. We've still got some extra potions remaining, so we should be able to dig ourselves out of this, I think. I mean, I've still got 1 health potion left, so... Trouble 10 gained a level. Unfortunately, we don't get that familiar boost of XP here. I don't know if we're going to make this or not. This may or may not happen. Another one down. You had to sort of figure that... Oh my god, these misses. Come on. I'm gonna start trying to dig my way out of here, maybe. I mean, we are getting hit by 3 now, which is not the most fun, but... I think if I can make this work... Okay. So now we're down and back this way. Ah. Christ. Okay, and so another one's down. I think if I can corner up, we might be able to make it. And what was the cast for that frost spell? Let's find that frost spell again. Because I think that that's going to be... What was... Ice shards. It was at the bottom. Okay. Let's try this one more time, I guess. The problem is that it teleports you to the center of the room. I think that's the big issue in the beginning. Make sure that things are where they need to be. Maybe consider... How can I prepare for that better? I think the unfortunate circumstance is that I can't really. Maybe I just... let me give it another try. I don't think it's impossible. I think we can make it. I just need to play a little bit better. By the time I realized what was happening last time, one of my characters was dead. Which is one of my fundamental issues, is that by the time I finally came to terms with what I was dealing with, one character was already dead, maybe even 2. Okay, so we've got this. Wow. Okay, so we've got... I'm gonna try and... The only thing I care about right now is getting myself to a corner. Come on. There we go. So we're in a corner now. Oh, I did the wrong spell right there. That's okay, though. I mean, we're sort of in the same spot that we already were. Yeah, unfortunate. So let's try this out one more time. I mean, at least that time I got some damage off, but even so... I'm clicking on things kind of stupidly right now, too. I need to keep track of my attacks. And if I get a double lined up, I need to focus on it first. There's just so many attacks going off right now. Okay, so there's a couple more. There's another one down. We are getting a lot of misses right here, right now, so I am happy about that. Let's go ahead and drink that potion since we're going to get the maximum effect out of it. We don't have any doubles lined up, do we? Okay, so there's no doubles. And let's just hang out and see what we can accomplish here. Let's not let Hank die. Okay, there goes another one. I think this corner is about as good as it's going to get for us. I think somebody down here had an extra healing potion. Oh, I just grabbed the wrong thing. Hold on. Hopefully we don't get a big bad string of hits right now. That extra potion might be the thing that digs us out. Unfortunately, we're getting a nasty little combination of misses again. Let me see if maybe... Hey, there we go. I don't know if this is the right time to use this, but I'm failing to see a whole lot of other options right now, so we may as well. Okay. Oh, nope, didn't want to do that. Wow. You have to go full bore on that one. Just getting chewed to death by insects like we're sitting at a... There's so many of them left. God. I'll use the full damage right there since it has the tendency to one-shot things. And so I want to make full use of the damage if I can. How many are left? That one's unwounded, so let's give him a blast. Wow. That was a pretty metal encounter. That was no joke. There's a key on the ground right there. Let's pick these up and stack them up one more time. Wow, that was... It's got a gold key. That was brutal. That was brutal with a capital umlaut. So there's a couple of bombs over here. Fire bombs, it looks like. There's where we... What is that? Let me check the remainder of the room and make sure we haven't missed anything in here. Either... Oh, yep, there is. There's a button right there. Hopefully no more enemies behind it. Please, no more enemies. The Ancient Apparatus. A fine mechanical apparatus with an unknown function. Maybe it's some sort of calendar? Okay. Continue pacing around the room, staring at the walls. Because this seems to be the only way that I've found so far for me to not miss a secret. Dear God. That gave me an adrenaline rush. That is the weirdest thing ever. It gave me an adrenaline rush. The Shield of Valor. Is it super awesome? Oh, that thing is the Tatas. Let's put that over there. I might give that to her now because that's enough evasion to where 10 or plus 10 evasion puts her up to a solid 48. I don't think it's a percentage. What if I remove these? See, I'm kind of learning. I'm getting there. Guess I'll take them along with me in case I need to trigger any traps or anything. And that leaves us... Please don't take me back somewhere terrible. Okay, so it put me back here. Well, I don't know if the Shield of Valor is going to be worth it. It looks really, really awesome. It can't hurt. Plus 20 to fire resist is definitely nothing to laugh at. We've got a level up over here, so let's continue forward with strength, which will upgrade him to thrust, which will pierce the enemy's armor, and he got 5 more health. With her, we're going to do something similar. So let's put daggers on up to piercing strike, and so we've got the exact same thing for both of them. The nice little bonus, and you'll avoid my little voice crack right there. I just hit puberty, and so my voice has been cracking like crazy, as though it's made out of something that cracks very, very easily. I couldn't think of a solid metaphor right there, so I just went with the generic. I suppose very, very thin ice would be one that cracks easily. Let's find our way... Okay, we need to find our way to the crystal right this second. And there may be more secrets on this level. I haven't investigated everything. I've walked around in this level for so long right now that I think in the interest of keeping this playthrough fresh, I think I should probably just go. I'm definitely beginning to feel a little bit tired by level 6. It's burning me out. It's burning me out pretty quickly. So I think the best thing to do in this situation is that since I'm feeling rather singed at the moment, I think that my plan for now is just to move ahead. Now I have seen a small piece of this level right here, which is a function of, you will remember the lost episode that got deleted. However, it might be counted as a good thing that the lost episode got deleted because on the plus side, I did end up finding some extra stuff from it, and we got a little bit further on into the playthrough. She's now leveled up. Let's go ahead and continue forward with her missile weapons. That's going to give her a little bit of extra energy and then puts her upwards a ways with volley. Now on this floor, in this first little area, you're going to find that there's a number of doors. These doors don't really seem to do much. Like this one, there's some food behind it, if I remember. No, there's alchemical reagents. I thought there was food. Oh, there is food. There's one of these Grimcap thingies. Let's go ahead and just eat that straight away. I don't know why I'm carrying around half of all these treasures. Do they do something later on? If you want to go ahead and tell me down in the comments below, I won't get mad about the spoilers. Spoilers do bother me, but I'd like to know why I'm carrying around all this random stuff if I'm going to carry it around. Let's remake all of our potions right now. I'm going to throw all the flasks onto Randolph. Oop, that's not what I wanted. Okay, so Randolph's carrying all of these. Oh, I can only put... There we go. Oh, it won't let me do... That's a little bit cumbersome. I'd like to keep... What I was trying to do right there is just keep one of the reagents, so the limiting reagent would be depleted, but the extra one would still stay in there so that I would only have to drag and drop one thing at a time. That's what I was aiming for anyways. Let's go ahead and put these back on our frontline fighters, since I really try to attempt to keep my back to a wall at all times. I don't remember what's behind this one. I may not have opened it. Okay, so slimes. The slimes have this nasty ability to poison you. I'm sorry, you don't get poisoned. You get an application of disease, which is actually pretty bad. It's the same thing as getting poisoned from what I can tell. It doesn't appear to do any damage, but it makes it so that you don't regenerate. So essentially it simulates the hunger effect from what I can tell so far. It may do something extra. I may be advising you poorly, but... Let's go ahead and get rid of the slimes. They don't tend to be that big of a problem. They're a little bit nasty if they get the jump on you. We've got what looks like a cloak over here and a letter from 2 Room, maybe? I discovered that if you open all but one door, the side where the draft is strongest, the wall slides right open. I'm going to leave some provisions there to lighten my load. Well, how do we know where the wind is blowing? If you open all the doors except for the one with the draft, how do we tell where the draft is? Can we hear... Ooh, that room is not friendly. Whatever. Oh, nope, I don't want to do that. There we go. We'll just kite backwards for a little bit because I have the ability... Oh, do they not have... Can they fire to any facing? That's an interesting problem, if indeed they can. Hopefully that didn't pull the remainder. Okay, so there's one right there. Let me... Where did my ninja stars go? What did I do with my ninja stars? Did I leave them on the previous level somewhere? I hope I didn't leave them on the previous level somewhere. There they are. She's now encumbered. Of course she is. And I'm actually probably just going to fight these at a range because I don't like getting disease right now. I don't have any potions prepared, and I don't have any extra flasks. And so the ranged engagement is not so terrible of an idea right now. Except maybe to get... Oh, damn it. I mean, I'm not dealing much pain, but... The slimes don't look like they give us any food or anything either, which is a little bit of a disappointment. Keep throwing things at them, and eventually... I'm kind of wondering if the trick to killing slimes right now, these dungeon goobers, is that like you just fill them up with enough stuff to where they no longer have enough viscous material to like move themselves around anymore. They just become choked up by coagulated just chunks of metal and debris. Basically floaties, if you wanted to simplify it to a different level. Although not the ones that you would use in the pool. I don't think those are going to be very helpful right here. I didn't use floaties when I was a kid. Eventually, I think my dad just kind of pushed me into the pool and was like, oops. Because my family, everybody from my family, like half my family's from Hawaii, and so like not being able to swim is just like a weird thing for my family. Like you're really sort of expected to be in the water from the beginning of probably right about the time you walk. I remember having floaties in the pool as a little kid, but I also remember my dad, I don't know what he did. I don't think he threw me in. I don't think that was it. I think he just like encouraged me to jump off the diving board and eventually it just sort of like worked. It clicked. I mean, you dog paddle naturally. That's the thing that I think most people don't realize, is that your natural instinct is sort of to dog paddle. If you panic and flail, I mean, there was a bunch of people right there, and so I assume it was fine. I jumped into my own volition. I don't think he pushed me in. I don't remember, though. Maybe I just blocked it out like a post-traumatic stress type thing. I just deleted the memory altogether. I don't recall being thrown into a pool at any point. I remember floaties, and then... No, I remember what it was now. I remember now how I learned to swim. I went to a pool party at a friend's house, and all the other kids didn't have floaties. That's what it was. And I was the only kid that had floaties. And this must have been the weirdest pool party ever, because nobody there was older than 4 or 5 years old. And it's not uncommon for a 4 or 5-year-old to not know how to swim yet. I mean... It's a life skill you may or may not have had at that point based on opportunity and whether or not you knew anybody with a pool. And so I didn't know how to swim, but everybody else did, and that's what it was. I didn't want to be lame. I think it was peer pressure. And so I jumped into the pool by myself without floaties. And my mom said she was scared for just like a minute, and then I seemed to be okay, and so nothing bad happened. That's gonna... Oh, I left one. That was one of mine. I don't remember leaving that behind, but okay. We'll get it back right now. And on this level, I guess, I'm going to break off the episode right here, I think. We'll look around for wherever this so-called draft is that 2Rim is talking about. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here at the Nerd Castle for another episode of Legend of Grimrock. I look forward to seeing you all in the next episode, which I'm feeling a bit more optimistic about now that I'm no longer deleting my own saves, forgetting to record the audio, or just walking around for hours looking for secrets. I'll see you all in the next episode. Take care out, everybody, and hi-do.